Okay, I'm live. So that says you're live. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cousin Crystal. That's right, your cousin Crystal. And today, I tell you, I'm going to talk about music today. Forgotten artists. And this is going to be quick. It's not going to be, not going to take me long. And this started yesterday. I was just sitting around. I was actually doing some work in the office here, moving the office into the living room, out of my bedroom into the living room, and I started listening to music and Curtis Mayfield. I don't know why, but I ended up listening to Curtis Mayfield. No, I was listening to Gladys Knight and the Pips. And then I saw that Curtis Mayfield wrote a song that I just kept playing over and over. And I'm like, Curtis Mayfield, I know that name. Let me see what he's done. So that, intrigued me, and it sparked something where, I'm like, I'm listening to this music from when I was a kid and before even I was even born, and some of it. And I just could not stop and just kept, collecting artists. I was going from one artist to the next, to the next. I'm like, I don't hear any of this on the radio today. Like, you don't hear this stuff on the radio anymore. And I remember hearing some of it when I was a kid, and, not knowing the names of the artists. You're just singing to it and dancing to it, But so I want to share this list, and I think that, my favorite movie, not movie, music, we're talking about music today. Movie is coming soon, movies. But my favorite genre of music is classical. That's just my favorite. It's always been, it will always be. I got lots of classical music on CDs, and it will always be my favorite. My second would be gospel. Yeah, gospel. Yeah, I don't like much else other than classical gospel, but now I like this soul stuff, Have to add them to my list, some of these artists and their music. But so yeah, gospel, as long as it's not something that I can, crip walk to, I like it, I can't get with the stuff that, that you can dance to. I'm not for it. Rap, I used to be into rap when I was a kid. But certain rap, so if it had a message, a peaceful message, a message of unity, then I liked it. And, up until a couple years ago, I listened for the beats and the music. And then because the words, I can't understand a lot of it anyway. And once you see a video and you don't agree with, some of the stuff that's, dance moves or what somebody's wearing, it's like, yeah, I gave up all rap. Unless it's in a gospel song that I like, which I don't like a lot of gospel rap, but so anyway, I want to share this list because I started out listening to my CD. I have a CD, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the soundtrack to the movie Claudine. All the music is, the whole soundtrack is Gladys Knight and the Pips. So I have that, and on that, it's a double CD. So on that also is Pipe Dreams, the Pipe Dreams album is there. So, and that's all great music. You gotta listen to it. We'll be listening to a lot of this, hopefully on the website. But yeah, so now let's get into this list because I don't want to keep you long. So, of course, Gladys Knight and the Pips, I said that. But then you have Curtis Mayfield. You gotta listen to his music. Like, once I saw his name yesterday, I went and started listening to his music on YouTube. And I'm like, wow, this man is amazing. I love this music. This is my kind of music, So Curtis Mayfield, please listen. Put the crap music away and just listen to the good stuff. And I'm going to tell you. So listen, the good stuff, Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder, and we all know Stevie Wonder. We love his music. It is feel-good music, message music. Love Stevie Wonder. So let's listen to more of Stevie Wonder. Next on my list, Jerry Butler. Jerrybutler. Jerry Butler, great music. All of them, I'm telling you. Next is Clarence Burke Jr. ClarenceBurke Jr. Listen to him. Great music. Next on my list is Gregory Fowler. GregoryFowler. Next, Donny Hathaway. We know that name. What's sad is that we don't hear their music on the radio anymore. We don't hear their names, their music rather, on the radio anymore. It's such a shame. But Donny Hathaway, so let's refamiliarize ourselves with his music also. Next on my list, a name I don't think I ever heard, Leroy Hutson. LeroyHut, as in Tom, SON. Leroy Hutson, great music. Next on the list, Calvin Carter. And I'm going to tell you, I listened to one of his songs earlier today and was like, he wrote that? I don't believe it. But Calvin Carter, CalvinCarter. Next on the list, Ray Charles. We know Ray Charles. We love Ray Charles. You're going to love them all. But yeah, we know Ray Charles. Let's get more Ray Charles music, in our space. Next, Phil Upchurch. Never heard his name, and I'm going to tell you, he had some great songs. PhilUpchurch. Phil Upchurch. Next, Major Lance. Major. Last name Lance. Great music. Next, Gene Chandler. Gene. Gene. Chandler. Next on the list, Billy Butler. I feel like, I heard my grandma many years ago when I was a little girl say his name. I heard his name somewhere before. We used to go fishing a lot in our family, and they used to bring radio, and they used to play the radio while we would fish. And let me tell you, we would catch like 150, 200 fish, because we went like before the sun even came up, and we stayed until the sun went down, actually until the next morning. So we used to catch a lot of fish. But Billy Butler, I feel like I should know that name, but great music. So listen to Billy Butler. Next is Walter Jackson. That's another great one. I was listening to songs today. Baby Huey, Babyhuey. And I listened to a song earlier today, a song that I know, that you all know, everyone knows. And I had no idea that someone named Baby Huey sang this song. I had no idea. But Baby Huey, you're going to love his music. Next, Otis Leavill. Otisleavill. That's a name I never heard, but great music there. And the last one, so the 5 Stair Steps. Now, I don't think this is a group. And the reason why I say that is because I saw the 5 Stair Steps on the cover. I was listening to music. They had some good songs. Listening to the music. I saw that the 5 Stair Steps, is what was on the cover. But I saw 7 people. So I don't think the name of the group is the 5 Stair Steps, not with 7 people on the cover. So maybe that's the album, the name of the album. I don't know. But look it up, the 5 Stair Steps, and then you'll find out who the artists are from there. So that's my short list. But I'm going to ask you all to share in the comments anyone that you know of that made great message music or feel-good music, whose name I did not read off today. And leave their name in the comment, because we'd like to get to know their music, and we'd like to get to know them through their music. And there are many, I'm telling you, as a home health aide a few years ago, I actually worked for a man who, I'm not going to say the name of the group, but there was a film made about the group. And he actually replaced someone that was kicked out of the group. Either he left the group or was kicked out. And for a short time, he, was the fill-in, and he played at the Apollo with it. I mean, big movie made about this group. And so, I mean, he had so much stuff on his wall, like all the albums from Motown and everywhere. Um, and his wife told me all the stories about how they met and when he was playing. But anyway, yeah, so I know that there are a lot of people out there um, that have met or had in their families folks who were great musicians that make great music or wrote great music whose names we don't know. So drop their name in the comments for us, and we'll look them up and see if we can get to know their music, and spread their name. This is like history, So let's get our history, and let's listen more to the good stuff. I don't know. We may have to write a few radio stations and kind of demand that they take the off and put the good stuff on. Yeah. Well, that's all I got for you today. I thank you for tuning in. You got a lot of names there, a lot of great music to listen to. Fill your home and your car with the good stuff. Great messages of unity and love and peace, togetherness, happiness, and everything good. So fill your space with great music if you're going to listen to music. All right. So again, I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. See you soon.